Hello everybody and welcome to One Step at a Time, day 7. I can't believe that I've been doing this for a week already. I certainly can't believe that I started this in hospitals with drips and all kinds, and I'm back home and sort of feeling human again. I need to emphasise while I'm doing this, because and I can explain why, that I've said all along this is my experience, it's not the experience of everybody, so I can't speak for swathes of people that are going through this thing and have gone through COVID and have got symptoms that are going to last longer than weeks and months. I can only tell you what my experience is and what my view is based on that. And I say that because I'm conscious that our experience has been very different for everybody. And when I look at what some people have gone through, God, I feel like, I feel really soft. I've got my own little list of symptoms, things that, a week ago when I started this, I was a lot more unhealthy than I am today. But really, I've been massively lucky, and so I can't speak for those people who've got multiple organ issues and stuff like that. It's not the same. So I just need to be clear. This is about my recovery and what I've learned, and I hope to do it. I hope doing it raises the awareness of the fact that what we're trying to stop here and what we're trying to reduce the risk of isn't a quick cold or some flu-like symptoms. It's the risk of something that for a number of people will be much more significant. The research on this is really new because at the end of the day, COVID's not been around a year yet, so the impact over the longer term is harder to plot. And it's also relevant that actually in this wave, the people who are impacted on most are a much younger age group and much more likely to be my age, so in the 50s, fit and well beforehand. But again, on the reading I've done, there are people in the 20s that are suffering the same things. So I'm just going to tell you one little story, and I'll talk about COVID recovery tomorrow and some of the numbers and things like that. But I got a private message from a chap who was really encouraging me and saying, keep going and keep going with the blog because it's raising the awareness and people need to know. Which I thought was great. I mean, I didn't know the chap. But then in an exchange between us, he told me that his wife has just come out of hospital this week after 81 days in hospital with COVID. And I sit here and, to say I'm humbled by the thought that he took the time to actually encourage me to do something when my journey is not in comparison to what him and his wife's gone through and what him and his family must have been going through while she's been in that place for for 81 days on their own and them not being able to go and see her. Just I'm speechless really. So I thank him for that, and I thank the family for that, for taking the time to actually encourage it. But the idea of this is to make sure that we raise the awareness that this illness, this virus, can affect people very differently. And if I just say that on the day that I got this, there were about 60,000 people, handful short, who joined the journey on the same day as me. And reading a piece in The Lancet and some other research papers that are coming out, it's likely that 3,000 of those people will still have symptoms and still be dealing with the fallout of COVID 3 months to a year after they started. And about 12,000 out of that 60,000 will still be dealing with symptoms up to 6 weeks. That's not the picture that we paint, is it? And don't forget, that's the impact of test positive cases in one day. One day. So not quite the picture that we think. My journey's been really good the last 2 days. I did too much yesterday, and I knew in the evening I felt a little bit tired. And the one thing that pulls me back, because people that know me will know I'm a bit of a lunatic, but the thing that sits in the back of my head and chips away is little Billy, who's the blood clot sat in my left lung. And so when I push and I get a little bit tired, I think, oh shit. So I go and sit down. So last night I sat down for a few hours and had a takeaway and just watched telly and just chilled out and thought, I'm sitting here, I need to rest. But I managed to go out for a walk today, and God, it was cold and windy. That makes a huge difference, it makes it really hard. So just a really slow, ponderous walk. But it was great, just feeling like I'm doing something that I would normally do on a Saturday and haven't done yet in a Saturday in January. So great. So I'm doing all right. But look, this isn't a flu. It isn't a cold. It is for lots of people. But the risks that we're running, the things that I would hate to think I'd passed this on to somebody, and they'd gone on to actually have multiple organ involvement, or to even have severe respiratory problems after it, or that in a year's time they were still going to be dealing with this with the psychological and emotional impact of it. So all we're being asked to do is stay home, don't mix, wear a mask, wash your hands, keep your distance. It's really, really, really not that hard. So I'm going to leave it there for today, and thank everybody for watching. And I thank you all for all the supportive messages and stuff like that people have sent. It's been, honestly, it's been a real tonic. And I can't thank you enough. It's really helpful. If you know somebody that's not got COVID, if you know somebody that's on their journey, if you know somebody that's isolated, reach out, send them a text, drop them a card, send them an email if you have to read. But just let them know you care, because it means so much to people. So thanks a lot. Take care of yourselves and stay safe.